The Final Frontier, the final video of Bally Star Trek. Welcome to my workshop again. So today, like I said, the final video for Bally Star Trek. So customer brought this in. You can watch my other video when I brought it in. So another pinball company refurbished this for this customer. So they redid the cabinet, custom artwork, put in, did a CPR gold playfield replacement. And it, the intent was the guy sent it to this company to have it fully restored and customized, and paid a lot of money. Paid a couple $1,000s to get this done. The playfield, was shipped to him. So, that was not part of the $3,000 or the repro backlash. So it was basically to do the cabinet work, replace the playfield, and put these, to me, stupid LEDs in. But it is what it is. You watch the old video, the drop targets, I put new drop targets in, rebuilt the entire mech, and put black targets in, because he spray painted white ones black, which already started chipping. The LEDs he had in this thing were so bad. You could see on my block, the difference between, the LEDs. Comet, no name, no idea what there's nothing stamped on this thing. It has a purple hue to it. It's very dull. By Comet, there's no point in buying some cheap LED. So after getting this game, I basically gutted it again. I took half the stuff off the bottom of the playfield. All new flipper mechs, because basically all the guy did was take everything off this, the original playfield, and put it on here. So that means the 40-year-old flipper mechs, pop bumper mechs, drop target, mech and springs and everything was original, and he just slapped it back on. To the point where the kick out was completely dirty. Now it's polished out. All the other metals are done. I re-powder coated everything. I even did the gates. This is the first time I've done the gates on a game. As you see, the powder coat, it's a ink black with a blue metallic. Give it that space look. Because before, you look on the old video, it was a matte black. And it was so thin, even my powder coater was laughing on how thin it was. It was probably the cheapest powder coating in history. The other thing, I got a new shooter for this guy to get a legit Star Trek shooter instead of a doorknob, a cabinet doorknob with a sticker on it. That's basically what he gave him as a shooter to customize it. So I rebuilt all the boards. It had an All-Tech in it. I went up putting a new lamp driver board, a Weebly lamp driver board in it, because the lamp driver board had two grid issues. And with the new boards, you tie them back into the control lighting so you don't get the LED flickering either. I rebuilt the driver board, all new capacitors, reflow all the pins on the board. Same thing with the soundboard. The soundboard has been upgraded, all new caps, new drive transistors, reflowed all the pins. Brand new rectifier board with all new connectors and new pins that feed it, because any Bally games, they all burn out. None of that was done in this quote-unquote restoration of this game. Nothing was done underneath the playfield. Everything was left original and just transferred over to the old plate, from the old playfield to the new one. You know, there was no tilt bob in it. There was no tilt ball. You know, the little transformers for all these LEDs. I upgraded the speaker to get rid of the original, you know, 40-year-old speaker. And then, you know, I basically went through, as you see, all new flipper mechs, actually new flipper coils, because the other interesting thing was when this guy got this machine back after a few, you know, the original investment and then a few $1,000s, this coil, after playing the game about 10 times, froze up. Completely locked. Seized up the coil. Why? Because the end of stroke switch was wired in reverse. So, you know, this guy that did this also did, you can watch the video of the KISS pinball machine, which now I have. Did the exact same thing. You know, really crappy, you know, workmanship. You know, little things like, you know, you got your artist to print out, you know, decals, you know, that's great. But he stapled them to the top and bottom. You know, he didn't paint the whole cabinet, as you see. You know, he only painted down below where you see the, you know, the playfield. The painted black. But yeah, so I went through this whole thing all over again. It was a nightmare, and I felt really bad for this guy because he spent a lot of money for this, and he basically got scammed. He got scammed for both games, and it's a sin, you know, because even the decal that was on that shooter rod, he had the same decals on here that were already peeling off, and you know the game was only played like 10 times. So I had these custom made to look like the bird of prey, and I had the same guy make me the decals for the drop targets. Other than that, the game now is complete. Everything's been upgraded, everything's been re-cleaned and replaced. I even gave him some of the custom Bally, you know, coin little plates, you know, kind of, you know, cleans it up. No lock, because he's got to put his own lock on it. You know, if you watch my videos, I put thumb locks on everything. But yeah, so I'm still pissed that people take advantage of people, you know, and do shitty workmanship. You know, like the 5 LED screens, these are the Pinatech screens, these are the DIY ones. I get these all the time and build them. And when I got this from this customer, 3 of the 4 weren't working right. There were digital, you know, so they weren't soldered in right. The DIY, just, you know, the guy just does shitty work. So if you all want to know who it is, because I didn't say in the other video, at this point I really don't care. If he finds out that I've called him out, because I've called him out online in most of the pinball forums, the Pinball Orphanage did this game. If you watch my old video, you can see exactly what they did. You watch the KISS video, you can see exactly what they did. So once this leaves, which is this weekend, new project. And basically, it used to be my game. It went to this customer who owns Star Trek, and he shipped it to the same guy to do the cabinet work. Everything else was already done because it was my game. And there's actually a video of the F-14 that I did a long time ago. So he did the artwork, and I'll do a video of that one. And he basically screwed that up, where he went up putting the Air Force logo on the side art of the F-14 with this custom F-14. image, and well, the F-14 is not an Air Force plane; it's a Navy plane, and he wouldn't fix it. So I'll go over that when I get the game. But today, dun, 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 brand new playfield. These are the ones from Germany. This is the, was it a Busenberg Pinball? Makes these. They are actually nicer than the CPRs. I gotta give them that credit. But yeah, Star Trek's done. And watching my old videos, you can see what I'm talking about. I suggest highly to everybody to stay away from the Pinball Orphanage, because not only they have no idea what they're doing, they do really bad work. You know, come on, you know, why would you do that? Seriously, you know. And you know, here's the back of the game. You know, pet peeve, you didn't take these off. And the old decals, which had, you know, the some of the either the serial number or the warning information, they just painted right over it. You know, it's like really shabby work. The old video you could see too, he had a mock T molding. It was this gloss black, to make it look like T molding from the newer style games. It looked so bad. It was so cheesy. You could see the double-sided tape that was holding it on. You know, it was kind of a joke. So go back and watch my old video, and thanks for watching.